Hello and welcome back to the Supercoach Experience podcast. I'm your host, Brandon Savage, and today we have a very special guest, host of the Jizz Podcast, my cousin, Martin Savage.
Yeah, the Jizz.
Yeah, the Jizz. What's going on?
Hey, Brandon. I'm just trying to get this mic keeps falling. No, the Supercoach Experience. All right. So it's a Supercoach Experience, but it's only the Supercoach Experience when the season's on for
When
rugby
the
league.
season's on, yeah.
So what the fuck do you do with the rest of it?
So what we're doing is like we're creating a platform for people, podcasting platform.
Okay. What does that mean?
Supercoach is predominantly us, but we're trying something different.
Okay.
You got to
Cool.
try things different. Come on.
Yeah, so do they still listen when there's no Supercoaching on?
There's much less listeners,
Yeah.
but there's still people listening, and I really appreciate if someone's listening now. They're diehards.
Yeah,
They're good.
they just love listening to your voice, probably.
No, they love podcasts.
Okay.
I reckon they love podcasts.
Podcasts are the best.
Yeah, that's the reason I do this. Especially why I wanted to do this in the off season. This is your podcast, not my podcast.
No, this is
your
your
This is my podcast, but for you. We shouldn't be talking about me, but
you're going to steal some of my listeners, and I'm going to steal some of yours.
yeah. Yeah, like the reason I do podcasts is because I love listening to them myself. And when the Supercoach season ends, like all my favorite podcasts just suddenly stop. So I'm like,
Yeah, that sucks.
I want to keep the jizz flowing.
Keep the Jizz flowing.
So
Catch
you
us on the Jizz Podcast,
Yeah,
by the way.
so you got a Jizz podcast called The Jizz. How'd that start about and what's going on there?
I think I always wanted to do a podcast because I do some stuff for Kiss FM, behind the scenes, Kyle and Jackie O, and I love radio. And our podcast is similar to radio. We just say funny shit. We bring facts to the table. We have a good time. And like even our last guest was Gordy on Kiss FM. So he's the daytime announcer. He's the number one bloody radio daytime announcer in the country. So it's kind of radio based, but we have a lot of fun. It goes for maybe 45 minutes to an hour. It's a podcast I made for myself, basically, because I enjoy listening to it myself. So just give us a listen. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, we're everywhere.
Well, your question is, isn't this Supercoach? No, this is like Supercoach is my thing and podcasting is my thing too. So that's why I do it.
How good a podcast? Even for like a long drive.
They're
if
so
you're driving
good.
to Queensland or whatever. It's the best.
They're so good. And with the Supercoach season not being on, I have not many podcasts to listen to. So on the way here, I was searching for them.
What the fuck are you going to listen to?
I don't know.
Joe Rogan? Joe Rogan is very American. It's hard to understand some of it.
I can't get into it.
Well, the latest one is the one with Elon Musk. That's a pretty good one because I'm into all that shit.
He's had a few with him, hasn't he?
Yeah, this is the latest one. It's good because he's an interesting person.
Yeah.
But Joe will get some random fucking American comedian on that you just can't understand what they're saying half the time. They're like, yeah, I ate at Arby's and then I went to Sonic. I'm like, what the fuck are these places? These are American food franchises. No, it's not my thing.
Yeah, and I guess when you hear something from Sydney, you know what they're talking about when they're like, oh, I went out to Ivy the other day.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you've been there. You
you
know
can
what
relate
they're
to
talking about. So you started because you love the Kyle and Jackie O show.
I guess that's a part of it, yeah, for sure.
And you've listened to them for a long time?
Yeah, well, yeah, I have probably 10, 15 years. And then I started working street team for them and just doing stuff behind the snes.
And you did that because you love them, eh?
Just because I love it. I'm a tradie.
Yeah.
By trade, so I actually lose money when I go there and do stuff.
Yeah.
Because, I could make more, building a ceiling or some shit.
Yeah.
Where I'm going there, I'm making nothing, but it's good fun.
So you started your podcast with a dude named Dre.
Yes.
What was that conversation like? Was it like the typical, let's start a podcast? It's funny because like everyone puts shit on that, but I feel like the more people that do it, like it's not a saturated market. There's not too many TV shows out there, right?
No, not really. Look, two mates starting a podcast, that's pretty cliche. A lot of mates do that, or cousins or whatever.
Yeah.
But they do it and it'll last 2 months and then they kind of give up because then you go, shit, this podcasting is hard. You've got to consistently put out stuff to retain listeners and you've got to like bring content to the table every time. Content sounds like such a boring word, but it's content and you've got to keep people listening and you've got to keep them interested. So that's why I said I create a podcast for myself because I've got like a short attention span. So I just make shit that I would find interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, it's funny because obviously you're a new podcast. Not many people are going to be listening from the Supercoach Experience thinking, oh, I can't wait to hear about this guy. So we're going to do your podcast in my podcast.
Oh, okay.
So what I've done is I've put together a script
Cool.
that usually is your show,
Yeah.
but it's going to be on this show. So you do Jizz Quiz, Get Fact, the Jizz Files. Oh, what's the difference between the Jizz Files and Get Fact, by the way?
Well, look, it's called the Jizz Podcast. People are probably thinking, what the
Oh, yeah.
Jizz Podcast?
Yeah, where did
Do
that
they just
come
talk
from?
about jizz and sperm?
Yeah, where did that come from?
No. I just made it up.
Yeah.
And it's in your face a little bit. Like, I guess some people are just going, I'm not listening to the Jizz Podcast. Just listen. Just give it a go.
I actually like it because it gives you like you say like keep the jizz flowing.
Yeah, keep the jizz flowing.
And
it's funny.
I think that's funny. I remember our cousin announced his wife is pregnant, and I said to him, "Oh, you must have been listening to Marty's podcast because you kept the jizz flowing."
Kept the jizz flowing.
Anyway, we're going to start off with the Jizz Quiz. You've actually prepared questions, even though I didn't tell you to. You prepared some.
Yeah, sorry, I have to unbutton myself. You know when you sit down and your jeans are really tight and you unbutton? No? Okay,
Yeah.
only I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no?
Yep. Yes. No.
You're just
I
saying
agree.
yes to shut me up. Yeah, so we do the Jizz Quiz. It's doesn't really have much to do with jizz as well. It's general knowledge.
Yeah.
Because that's who doesn't love general knowledge?
I love general knowledge.
Yeah.
It makes you learn something every day. You want to be learning when you're listening to podcasts.
Exactly.
I did tell you sports related, but I've kind of gone off track with this.
Okay.
You're a big fan of The Simpsons.
I've got a Simpsons question for you.
Oh, how good.
Yeah.
There is a sporting question in there, though, so I'm going to throw you off track. But with the Simpsons trivia, I've got 2 Simpsons questions and a sporting question. But I want to give you some Simpsons facts first.
Great.
Matt Groening made The Simpsons yellow to attract channel surfers. Did you know that?
No. So people were flicking through and they're going, oh, what's these yellow people?
When you think of it, no one was ever yellow until The Simpsons.
Cartoons are pretty colourful compared to like
Yeah.
sitcoms and shit that were back on in the day too.
I'm pretty sure, wasn't there another yellow? There was someone else that was yellow, wasn't there?
Yeah, the Big Les Show. The Big Les Show.
The Big Homer. There's another fact here. An original concept in the early days was for Homer to actually be Krusty the Clown all along. That's why they're so similar.
They've got the same face.
That's why they're so similar. The concept was for them to become the same person.
Right.
Or pretty much it was Homer all along, and there's a big reveal, but the show got too big that they're like, nah, they got to be their separate characters.
Oh.
But that's a pretty good fact. That's something
fucking weird.
I wouldn't have been aware of, and if you asked me that as a Simpsons
No
question,
way.
I wouldn't have known that. Here's another one.
How could they be the same person though? It's like they're 2 completely different people. It just doesn't make
But
sense.
because they're like the same shape, it was like Homer was living like a secret life or something.
So Marge is going to go to bed with a clown.
No, that's not the point.
Oh, Marge.
Maybe
That sounds like a sister.
maybe this is why it didn't go through. It just logistically was a nightmare.
That's
And
weird.
Homer Simpson is the most downloaded sat-nav voice. I think that's not that surprising. But question 1 of the Jizz Quiz, the Supercoach Experience Quiz.
Oh, shit.
Cue the music.
Cue the music.
We don't have music.
I'll send it to you. I'll send you the MP3.
All right, you say it.
Oh, you want me to quiz you first?
No. You say the line.
Cue the music.
Yeah, cool. So who did Marge go to her high school senior prom with?
Artie Ziff.
Oh, you're good.
Come on.
I thought I'd throw you. Names are hard, so I thought the Dredrick Tatum one the other day. I got that straight away, and I'm sitting there thinking.
Oh, yes.
I'm sitting there thinking.
That Gordy, the Kiss FM Gordy.
He got it eventually.
No, he Googled it. The thing is with Gordy, I've noticed he's on all the Simpsons Facebook pages like I am, so I really thought he would have got that because all the diehard fans are like on those things anyway.
Oh my God.
There's a really niche Simpson cult following out there on
I'm
Facebook.
part of a lot of Facebook groups,
Yeah.
and the Simpsons one is not one of them. That's one I've got to get part of because.
Have you ever bought a car and then there's like the Mazda 3 owners page and shit?
Yeah.
I'm on one of them with my work van. It's fucking weird.
Oh, yeah, my mate's on a Mazda 2 one. Like he's got a convertible and he's on this page. And it's like all these.
Sounds
all
like
these,
it's riddled with issues.
Yeah, pretty much. So what does the scanner say in the intro when Maggie is scanned?
NRA for
I knew this off by heart as well, but It's because that episode, they did like a 100th episode, was it?
Something like that. But I haven't watched Simpsons in a while. But when you're a kid and you watch shit over and over again, you just retain it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I watched something now, I wouldn't remember shit.
It's funny. I Googled this answer to make sure it was correct because that's what was in my head, NRA forever. And there was like another total that said 867.75 or something.
I don't know. I have no idea. You see the new episodes? They're shit. They're like the intro sucks.
Yeah. When you see that intro though, do you try and look at the scanner and think that doesn't say NRA forever? But
I don't know. You know when you watch something over and over again, you just kind of it's just a blur. Yeah. I don't even pay attention to it.
Yeah, right.
The Simpsons are dumb.
Yeah, The Simpsons
so
intro.
Who even watches TV anymore?
And last question. You played footy for the Picton Magpies.
Correct. Did I win?
I played for the Guildford Owls and Maryland's Rams as a junior. Name one player that went on and played NRL for either of these clubs.
Ooh, shit. Hang on. For Maryland Rams, there were a lot of them.
There was a couple, not a lot.
Can I give you initials? CS?
CS. Don't think so.
So, played for Maryland Rams or Picton Magpies?
Or Guildford Owls.
Or Guildford Owls. I'm just going to say Matt Utai.
Incorrect.
Shit.
You could have said Blake Ferguson.
Who did he play for?
Picton.
Did he really?
Played for Picton after you played there.
After? There were heaps afterwards.
Oh, well then...
There was Piggy Riddell. There was bloody Tony Williams.
Tony Williams is definitely one.
Matt King. Oh, sorry. No, he played for Narellan.
Jai Arrow played for Marylands, who's a State of Origin player at the moment. Tim Manor played for Guildford.
Yep.
And they're big ones that I would have accepted as an answer. But I think you've got, let's say, 2.2 out of 3.
That'll do.
Because you named some after that.
Jared Haynes' name was floating around at Picton for a bit too. When he kind of, I think he came back from the US at that point, and then he was like, I don't know what I want to do, and his name was floating around at Picton Magpies for a bit, but he wanted $5 or $10,000 a week.
Oh, Jesus.
And it's probably what he was worth then, because he was like at his prime, not like prime criminal state, crime football state.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's too much for a club like that.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know how they would have entertained that idea, by the way.
Well, yeah, I don't know how it worked. Sponsors?
Yeah.
You know more of this shit than I do about money. You know?
I don't know. Anyway, your turn.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you got to ask me questions. This is what the Jizz Quiz is.
Okay, this is an interesting one. It's actually going back to the Joe Rogan podcast with Elon Musk because you learn some interesting shit. It's crazy. Did you know? Actually, I'll ask you. This isn't a did you know. What's the main air that we breathe in? What's the main gas that we breathe in when we breathe in this air?
Oxygen.
Incorrect. Oxygen is only like 17%. 78% of the air we breathe in is nitrogen.
Nitrogen, right.
That's fucking crazy.
I guess
thought
so.
we all breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. Anyway, this is a Simpsons question. Question 2.
I've already lost.
Yeah, but you learned something.
Yeah,
so
okay. Fair enough.
You won.
78%. All right.
Who shot Mr. Burns?
Maggie Simpson.
Very good. We're flying through this.
Yeah, we're flying. These are too easy. We set the bar too low for each other. Maybe that first one.
It's all good. It's all good. Question 3. This is a tradie question.
Mm-hmm.
You pretty handy?
I am these days. I used to not have an idea, but...
Yeah, it's crazy to think you're a tradie these days.
Oh, not a tradie. Yeah.
What year are you?
Second year going into third.
You'd want to hope you're second going into third.
Sorry?
No, you'd want to hope you're second going into third. Not second going into first again.
Going back to first.
Can you repeat your years in an apprenticeship?
No, I'm more on the second. I'm more on nearly third
you're
than
transitioning?
I am. Yeah.
Do you identify as the third year?
Identify as the second year.
All right. What is the sand cement mix that keeps bricks together? What's the name of it? There's a certain name of sand, cement, a little bit of lime.
Mortar.
Very good. Ding, ding, ding.
Mortar. I wouldn't have got this like 2 weeks ago, I reckon, but I've done a lot of conduit work like above mortars.
Oh, really?
And we use the mortar line as like
As a straight line.
Yeah, it's a straight line.
Hopefully it's straight.
No, sometimes it's not because
Bricklayers are pretty good at laying some straight bricks.
They are good. Have you seen bricklayers on TikTok?
No. Sounds like they're good and artistic.
No,
and shit.
it's really interesting to watch because they go quick, but they're so particular.
Bricklaying is a good job. It's like a good job. There's good money in it. It's the fucking hardest job you'll ever do.
It'd be boring though.
No, look, I think you can earn like $2 a brick or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it's a fucking hard job. If you do that crack of dawn in the morning, 6 a.m. middle of winter, that'll put fucking hair on your chest.
I'd be over it in two weeks.
Yeah. Well,
1 month.
You're an electrician. You're barely a tradie. Electricians.
Yeah, I barely do much.
Are your tools clean? Do you polish them at the end of your day?
Don't need to.
They're
already polished. Seriously, don't do much, eh? Like, I guess it depends what...
Did you say you don't do much?
No, I don't do much.
Does your boss listen to this?
I hope not.
Does he know you do a podcast?
No, yeah, he does. But
this is a Friday. Shouldn't you be at work?
Yeah, I've taken the day off too.
Really?
Because I was meant to have an NRL player on today, but...
Who?
Keegan Hipgrave. But
Hipgrave?
Yeah.
What's up, Hipgrave? I'm in your seat, bro.
But what he did, he had a interview booked in with Kalen Ponga, so I can't blame him for cancelling.
Does Ponga have a podcast too?
He used to. It's gone.
But he's there now, isn't he?
No, he's doing a podcast with Keegan Hipgrave, so he's a guest.
Okay.
It's like you coming onto my podcast if you didn't have a podcast.
I would rather listen to you and me than to rugby league players because they're protected. Like, they're not allowed to say shit. They're not allowed to say pussy. They're not allowed to say dick and ass because they're too worried about losing their $1 million contracts.
The retired players are allowed to. So
yeah, but they're all drunk.
They're all suffering.
They're all drunk and punching on in
They're all
pubs.
suffering CTE.
Yeah, poor fellas.
So we're going to move on to the Jizz Files or Get Fact. I don't know what it's called, but but it's pretty much the same thing, right?
No. Get Fact is just interesting facts that we scrape the internet for and dish them out to people, things that you wouldn't know.
Yep.
And the Jizz Files is kind of at the end of the show where we just bring it down a notch and we just say some gruesome shit that's happened around the world.
Right, I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I have a Jizz File coming up, but this is Get Fact. So obviously we're a rugby league based podcast. I want to tell you about the story when Souths versus Balmain in 1909. So they versed each other in like a grand final match, and the Rabbitohs were awarded the grand final win by forfeit from the Watersiders, as they were known back then. The decider was originally scheduled as a curtain raiser for the Wallabies against the Kangaroos exhibition. However, Balmain believed a game of such importance believed to have like a standalone match. So here's where it gets murky. Some say both teams agreed to like their grand final date.
Yeah.
One of the teams didn't show up because apparently it was agreed, but it wasn't agreed. Okay. And the other team took the field, kicked off, scored a try, and won the championship, where the other team didn't show up. So it goes down in history as their grand final, as a win.
That sounds like some corrupt shit.
It sounds very corrupt, but it happened and they won the comp.
So this was a grand final. Two teams are supposed to play in a grand final.
Yeah, the Rabbitohs.
The game shouldn't have even started.
Yeah, the Rabbitohs and Balmain. Balmain didn't show up. Rabbitohs won the comp.
Yeah, I'd be looking into that a little bit more.
Do you find
that? What was it? 1909.
1909. So the 1 year after rugby league kind of started.
Okay. Wow. It's like fucking within 10 years of the government starting in Australia.
Yeah. Interesting, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, it is interesting.
Yeah. Very interesting.
It's jizz-worthy.
It's jizz-worthy. Adam Johnson. Have you heard this story about Adam Johnson, the ice hockey player?
I have. And I actually, my co-host Dre, I called him a couple of days ago about it and said, this is fucking Jizz Files. The epitome of Jizz Files.
Yeah.
This is peak. And this is fucking... Imagine actually being in the crowd or seeing this. This is crazy.
That would have been so bad. Did you watch the footage by any chance?
No, I didn't even know there was footage.
There's footage that has come out and it was of the incident. They obviously cut it out before anything bad happens.
Yeah.
Pretty much the guy comes towards him and the ice skate goes up. They were both standing. So like,
this is an ice hockey match. The guys have got the super sharp professional blades on. This is like a semi-pro match or something, isn't it?
Yeah. They're well-known players within their league. One of the guys came in, put his skate up, and like hit him in the neck. And it's funny because it's not funny at all, but they're standing.
I'm not laughing.
They're standing, and it looks very deliberate. I'm not speculating, but I'll show you the footage after.
I think legally you're allowed to say your own opinion on it, and they can't sue you. Don't hold me to it.
Right.
I googled it once.
Okay.
But you can get away with things if it's in the name of comedy or if it's personal opinion.
Righto.
You just can't say it as a fact.
Righto. Okay. Well.
Oh my God, I'm going to get sued so bad.
In this case, I think he had intent, and if he didn't, he's skating on thin ice.
Oh.
Anyway, this isn't the first time this has happened. It happened once before. March 22, 1989, Blues player Steve Tuttle accidentally slashed the goaltender's neck with his skate, and the team trainer, Jim Pizzatelli, rushed to rescue, put his finger on the artery that was burst, and held it there until the paramedics came. He survived.
Wow.
So because he put his finger there, 300 stitches he needed.
Shit.
And it's happened before. It's crazy how it hasn't happened more because it's such a...
Well, for the ice skate to go up to the neck, that's pretty rare. Hey?
Yeah.
That's like a big height when you've got all the gear on and all that.
I think that's why this first one that happened recently looks so deliberate, because they were standing up and he lifted his leg and it looked like he was aiming for his chest and just...
I have to check the footage. If no one's across it, like, there was this thing that happened in the US where a ice skate came up, it slashed this other player's throat, and he bled out on the rink.
Yeah.
And the whole, all the players made a circle around him to cover up while the medics were trying to save him and all that, but he just bled out.
Right.
So
where was this?
This is the one, the one that happened recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
what I heard on the news somewhere.
That's gruesome. There's no jokes about it yet. It's too soon.
No, I might use that on the Jizz podcast.
Yeah, definitely use that one because that's a real Jizz-worthy story. We're going to move on to something else shortly, but do you have any Jizz files that you want to bring to the table?
No, that's a good one. That's enough for today, I think.
That's enough? That's enough?
For Jizz files, yeah.
I haven't got anything else on that, but we're going to go into a prank call.
Oh, fuck.
So you want to get your headphones out? They're just underneath you.
Oh, shit. Prank call.
Hello? Hello?
Wow, this is, we're on. Let's go.
We're on. So my brother just bought a house.
Yes.
So I want you to pretend you're an insurance agency or something like that.
Yep.
And somebody has just broken into his new home.
Yep.
And he has to pay, let's say, an $11,000 fee before he can proceed any further with. So he hasn't moved into the house yet. So
yep.
So this call will be like nothing he's ever dealt with before.
Oh, okay.
So if you can come up with something better that will absolutely shock him, I'm all for it.
Is he still going through the all the bullshit? All the legal stuff?
He's in the cooling off period.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
This is when all the if a surprise pops up, it's going to be now.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
He's going to know your voice too.
Oh, fuck, I've got to change my voice.
So you'll have to do like a deeper or a...
G'day, mate. How you going? Is that one good? G'day, mate.
Hi, how are you? How about that one?
Nah, that's...
No?
I reckon you just got to like...
Okay,
G'day, mate. How you going?
Nah.
Why do I keep going bogan?
I can tell that's you.
Jack knows we're here too, doesn't he?
He does, because we organised this in a group chat with him.
Okay, here goes nothing.
All right. You ready?
Yep.
Hello?
Hello, am I speaking to Jack?
Yes.
G'day, mate. This is James Robinson from the QBE Insurance. How are you, mate?
Not bad. Yourself?
Good. I'm just calling on behalf of your property in Minto through your solicitor. Is that the Minto property?
Marty.
No, it's James Robinson. Hello?
I know your voice.
That's why I said he's got to put a bit of mayo.
We're in a fancy studio. Can't we put on like a filter, like some fucking voice decoder?
He got me on the first one. He got me.
Can we call someone else? Can we call someone else? Sorry, Jack. It was your brother's
That's
idea.
all right. You got to call someone else that doesn't know your voice.
Let's call Timmy Moody.
Okay.
Yeah, do that.
All right.
Is that the guy is that the coke dealer? Is that guy?
Oh, you gotta shut up. Shut up about that one.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding. The one super coach. Jack, how are ya? What are you doing?
Oh, not too bad. Just chilling at work, doing nothing.
You didn't answer
you
the
sound
first
like
call.
Brandon. You sound like a fucking electrician. Do you guys do anything?
He doesn't either.
I don't have gay sex.
Oh, we should get you on the Jizz.
Oh, did you
this
actually?
guy's funny.
Did you ship bricks?
Do I what?
Did you ship bricks when Marty first called?
No. QBE. I'm like, oh. And then he said I was like, is this a scam call? And I'm like, oh, QBE. And then I was like, no, this is Marty.
Fuck. I thought I sounded convincing.
Oh, I can tell it's your voice though.
So it's the voice thing because you've heard my voice for your whole fucking life. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jack.
All right, you better get back to it, but
right.
we'll catch you later.
All right, see ya.
Bye.
See ya.
All right, let's call Timmy.
Uh-huh.
And what do you want to do with him?
I just want to fuck him up somehow.
He does what I used to do, the kids rides.
Kids rides. Okay.
So maybe say you're a shopping center.
Yep.
And then say you got too close to a kid.
Oh my God, that's
And
heavy.
we need you in at the police station. Let's do that.
Yeah, okay. And I won't... yeah, okay. Which shopping centre?
He does a lot of shopping centres. So
Westfield? Yep.
Miranda.
Okay, sure.
All right.
Tim Moody? Yeah.
Hello?
G'day, mate. Am I speaking with Mr. Tim Moddy?
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Hi.
Hi, mate. Am I speaking with Tim Moddy?
Yeah, who's this?
Hi, mate. My name is Justin Hems. And I just wanted to speak to you in regards to just a little incident that happened a couple of years. Just wanted to have a chat with you. Is this a good time?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
I'm just driving from Port Macquarie to Sydney. There might be reception issues, but you're more than welcome to go for it.
No,
What's
that's
happening?
okay. We just had a little incident that happened. I believe you work in child amusement rides. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. There's just been a couple of little complaints about your conduct, and we just wanted to.
Is this a joke or?
This is just from a couple of years ago at, I believe, a Westfield shopping centre, maybe Miranda, I believe. So we just would
Mate, you must have the wrong person because I do work for that company, but I didn't work for that company 3 years ago. This is a work phone.
Okay, we'd still like to just get you in for questioning.
Me?
If you can, in the next hour.
Mate, this has got to be a joke. Like, you're not explaining what's going on properly.
There's only so much I can say.
To you, I'm driving from Port Macquarie and you've asked me to come in and speak to you within the hour. It doesn't make any sense.
If that's okay. If we can get you to just... Are you at work at the moment?
Yeah, you're not making much sense, mate.
Mate, there's no official statement that's been put on you yet. We just wanted to question you on a few things first.
Do you know who you're speaking to?
Mr. Moddy, I believe.
Mr. Moddy. Yeah, well, I'm not Mr. Moddy.
Mr. Tim Moddy?
Yeah, that's not my name.
Let me just speak to... I'll just get one of my superiors. 1 second.
Actually, I think it is Mr. Moddy. SC Lurker, I think you go by.
Yeah, who the fuck is this?
Hello?
Go fuck yourself.
Is that your best mate?
Oh no.
Is that your best mate?
Oh no. He sounded pissed, didn't he?
Too bad if it was the cops.
Oh my god. Oh, he probably doesn't know it's us though.
What did you call him? Did you call him his username?
Yeah, for like Supercoach.
Okay, so
He
all the listeners know who.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh Jesus.
That's on you now, bro. I'm getting out of here soon. I'm going back to my podcast. Fuck this.
Oh my god. This is not good. I feel. Oh.
Nah, if he knew that he was really in trouble, he wouldn't say get fucked.
No, but that's why he reacted like that, right?
Yeah.
Because he knows he's done nothing wrong.
Or maybe he's guilty. That's why he's.
No,
losing
he's
his
not
shit.
guilty. He's a nice guy.
Nah, he's a good bloke.
All right, I got to. Oh, jeez. Need to lighten up the mood after that. You know when you feel like you've sent a risky text message or done something like where you're not sure how others are going to receive it?
Yeah, I haven't been in that situation in a while.
Yeah, I just feel nervous.
Yeah. Is he one to like laugh about it in the end?
Oh, actually, probably not.
I think I really pissed him off by calling him Tim Moddy.
Oh God, we're not releasing this episode, so he doesn't know it's us.
Really?
No. Okay, I'm doing some pass or play ons.
Okay.
This is a different segment to what you do, but
Cool. It sounds like something I would steal and put on the jizz.
yeah, that's the aim of it, I guess. So pissing in a toilet and aiming at the shit stains on the side bowl in a public toilet.
Or in a public toilet. I prefer pissing off my own stains, but yeah, I'll do it in a public toilet every now and
I think it's a good Samaritan type behavior.
Exactly.
You're cleaning the bowl.
We're helping the cleaner.
That's it.
We're keeping the world a cleaner place.
Being particular and telling mates it's your turn for the round at the pub.
Beers are quite expensive these days. No, if you're in a group with a bunch of tight asses, no. But if you're in a group with a good bunch of people that you know they're all going to chip in when it's their turn, yes.
Don't you mean the other way around? Like it's
No, if there's a bunch of tight asses,
you're right,
you're
right.
not doing rounds because they know when it's their turn, they're going to be, oh, I got to duck off.
Yeah.
No thanks.
I think it is if it's someone's turn and they're like taking a bit longer, I think it's okay to give them the nudge. But usually, if you're drinking, you want to drink in your hand at all times. If everyone's finished, it's time for someone to go up.
Yeah, true.
Give them a nudge. But I don't think pressuring them when you've still got a drink in your hand. It's your turn, mate. Or like someone on your back about it.
Yeah, fuck that. You want to enjoy that drink?
I actually had a jizz.
Still feel bad about Tim.
Yeah, so do I. I'm right all day. Jizzing in the shower and
Yes.
and then drying yourself
What?
and getting jizz all over yourself.
What? Hang on. Jizzing in the shower. Hang on. Set the timeline here. Have we washed ourselves yet?
You jizz before you wash,
Uh-huh.
then you wash.
Yep.
And somehow there's still jizz everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And like you dry yourself and you've got like a crusty patch on like your hairs on your body.
No, you've got to aim for the drain. You got to aim for that drain.
Yeah, but you've still got like stuff that comes out afterwards.
You piss. You come on. Been doing this for a while. I've been doing this for a while. You jizz straight down the drain and then clean the shaft by pissing, squeezing out a little piss.
This still happens to me.
Mate, you got to aim better.
No, I
Stop
do
jizzing on yourself.
No, but I pierce and then some other like jizz dribbles out.
Yeah, like it can stick to the hair.
It's not a play on or penalty, but it's like.
Oh, I like that.
Does that happen to you?
I don't want the jizz anywhere near my arm or leg hair because that shit's going to get stuck. And then if you go in the shower and you put some hot water on it, it's going to cook.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Do you get women listening to this?
I don't think so. Not many. Not many if there is. I actually think it's like the stats are like 7% women.
That's all right.
93% men.
That's not bad.
But I feel like these women are not like. How do you know it's a woman? It could be legit like a dude logged into his missus account.
Yeah, I log in as a non-binary.
Do you?
Yeah, I just do it just to take the piss.
Oh, right. take the piss.
Everyone else is.
A really good shit or a really good wank?
A really good wank. There's
Really?
nothing better than a good number 3.
I like. No, yeah. I don't know.
There's nothing more euphoric than a big jizz.
Shitting in a public toilet.
Hate it.
Like shitting in a public toilet, like going next to someone, or like, yeah, just like, you know, when you've got the cubicles and you can see their legs.
That is the worst of the worst.
I
And
can't-
the thing is, you're only shitting in a public toilet when you really need to
Yeah.
go. So it's terrible. And there's nothing worse when you sit on one of those toilet seats and it's warm from the
From
person
someone
before.
before. Yeah, that's
Ugh.
gross. That's gross.
What about you?
Yeah, I try not to do it. I wait till I go home. If I've got a shit and I've still got like an hour and a half to go home, I'll hold it
Oh,
and like just do it in my own home. Unless I know there's a really good toilet somewhere. Like I used to go to Anytime Fitness for my gym.
yeah.
And they got like private cubicles. So I used to sometimes,
Oh, they're great. If
Yeah.
you find a good spot.
I used to sometimes just go to the gym to go to the toilet. And
Yeah.
then like I'd try and avoid the people at the door and like rush out, pretend I'm forgotten something.
Well, you
And
don't even have to. As a member of a gym, you pay for those facilities. You can use them at any time.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't have to work out.
But yeah, if it's a public toilet where you can see your legs, I don't like it.
No, it sucks.
That's all I got.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's it.
That was great.
Unless you got something else to bring, but I think that's it.
No, well, thanks for bringing us on.
I'm
the
still
Super
rattled.
Coach.
I'm still
Oh,
rattled.
yeah?
Yeah.
Well, should we try? Why don't we call him and be like, hey, sorry, bro. He's your mate. I don't know how you can smooth him over. You want to call him back? I think the listeners would want to hear that.
Oh, I'm a bit nervous because what do you, mate?
Come on, let's call him.
He knows it's a prank
Call
call now.
him. Let's call him. So be like, Tim, sorry. Isn't he like one of your co-hosts?
Yeah, he is, and like he hasn't done podcasts all off season, and we're starting back up on Tuesday.
Right. Oh, so you think this could make or break him?
I feel like this isn't good.
We should smooth it over right now. What a better way to finish the show than to call Mr. Motti. He's a good bloke. Didn't he win 50K
Yeah,
of the Supercoach thing and like give it to his sister?
yeah, he did. I'm blaming it on you though.
What did I do? You made me do it. You asked me to do it.
You did the sexual assault allegations.
That was your idea. Fuck, he didn't take it well.
Yeah, all right, let's call him.
No, do you want to do all the talking?
Yeah.
Just be like, sorry about my mate. He's a fuckwit.
Hello.
Hello,
Who's this?
Timmy.
Who?
It's Brandon.
Was
Yeah.
that you that pranked me?
Yeah, we were doing a podcast, and my cousin's here. He did all the talking. I didn't know he was going to go down that route.
Yeah, I didn't know who the fuck it was, bro. I didn't like it.
I was sitting there, yeah, not good, not good. We tried to do my brother, and then my brother knew it was him straight away, and then yeah, he knows someone that knows you, so your name came up.
He's a shit great caller, bro. If he wants to learn how to break phone call, I'll fucking give him a lesson, bro.
Are you
Hey, bro, I'm here. Hey, bro.
Hey, bro.
Hey, bro, it was Brandon's idea.
Yeah, it was no, because it was my idea to call Jack, and then your name came up, so we're just calling back to say sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Have a nice day.
Okay,
See you, bro.
see you, man.
He fucking hates us. Look, it was a joke.
Yeah, it was a joke. All right.
Thanks for bringing us on. So if you want to check out our podcast, it's the Jizz Podcast with Marty and Dre. We'd love you to check it out, subscribe, and we'd love to do another little mix-up. This is good, jumping on the Supercoach experience.
Yeah, and we've got another podcast coming out with Timmy next Tuesday. Well, maybe.
if he shows up.
If he shows up, so stay tuned for that. Cheers for coming on.
Thank you. Had a great time.